People want to know, well, how did you know this? Because of a revelation. That was all. I got a revelation. And then because I got I went looking for more and more. You see, and that's what it does. It's a hunger to know first person. And when you suddenly get a piece of information that you really hadn't had any conscious thought about, but yet it improves your life almost immediately. And it will, because you get hungrier and hungrier to know, because you're being offered everything you're trying to seek to find. You're being offered every moment, but you have to turn to it. You have to start thinking from it. See, your focus is you're praying ceaselessly. Hello, that was a wake-up call, and that's what it is. Arouse thyself, O Lord. Why sleepest thou? Why keep dreaming the dream? When in the Father's house, we're told, are many mansions, many mansions. Huge. That's all you have to do. Pick one out and choose it. And it's just a different state of consciousness, that's all. I mean, you're conscious, well, supposedly so anyway. But you're conscious enough to get yourself in trouble. So you're conscious. It's just that what you don't understand is that you get out of the problem the same way you got into it. Thinking makes it so. Thoughts are things. See, get that in your head a little bit. Thoughts are things. If you don't want to see it in your world, then don't sit and think about it. And what do? Worry, worry, worry. And then what you worry about, you bring about. So, and then you have to really, really find those whom you can blame for it. Otherwise, you'll have to see it's me. See, like I say, I still, who wrote Pogo?
Walt Kelly.
And he said, I found the enemy and he is I. You see, that's what you're really looking for. You're looking for the enemy in you who is denying you, and it's you. It's you who's denying yourself. You see, you're told to go in the silence, be still, and know that I'm God. Well, do you know God? No, you're told he gave you an invitation. Just turn to me and I'll turn to you. So it's a done deal on his side. He's already said yes. And he's always saying yes to what you think feelingly about, even though it may be the most destructive thing going on. Because he gave you choose this day, and you are choosing, but there is a safety feature. You see, there's nothing transforming in death. It's an ongoing drama. I am with you always, he says. That's what God said. I'm with you always. I will never leave you. That sounds like immortality to me.
Absolutely.
The only difference is it's just states of consciousness. And you're in a state of consciousness. Everybody in the world is in a state of consciousness. And the only question I have for you is, did you choose it? Did you choose your state of consciousness? You're given to do so. You're told to change your mind, change your world. That's being in control of you, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So you have control if you'll just take it. But that's the whole point. People don't believe it. So the problem is you're believing. Wouldn't you think that working on your believing would be your next step? But that seems to me to be, I mean, if that, all things are possible to you who believes, what do you believe? Do you know what you believe? Do you know what you don't believe? You know, you can just believe something and not actually be aware you're actually believing that. As a matter of fact, once you start self-study, well, you'll find a lot of things you believe are just bull. That's
Absolutely.
all I can tell you.
Absolutely.
And that's it. And it doesn't offer you anything. You see, because they don't want you to have contact with God unless you go through them. You see, but you don't need them. See, you're an individual anyway. And it'll be your way that you find your way. And you only find your way if you seek, you shall find. But you have to seek to find it. And seeking is making the trail. Where you're going to turn left, where you're going to turn right, and all. You have to think it in the theater of the mind. You have the vision of you doing, being, and having your ideal. Yeah, I mean, you're already doing it. See, because when you pray, you're told, believe you have already received that for which you're asking. See, so if you believe it right then and there, then it's yours. But if you don't, then you see you get what you expect, not what you really want. But you are in charge of what you're thinking, feelingly about. See, so in other words, you either take charge or you'll be charged. That's it, isn't it?
It is. So, what would you say to the listener in closing about, we were talking about testing it for yourself. What would you say to the listener in closing about testing?
If man knew his attitudes, and believe me, you've got attitudes you're not really aware of, but you see, the point is they become mindsets and they operate then automatically. In other words, you say something, well, why did I say that? You know, well, I didn't, why did I say that? See, the mindsets are given permission by you to act as the mindset they are, whatever it is. So like I said, it happens automatically if a situation comes up where they could find some profit in being involved, and they'll be right there. But the thing of it is that you're the one who's been given control by choice. So you can just say, forget it. That's it. Thou shalt decree a thing and it shall be so. Go away. If I could just get this telephone to stop ringing.
I want
I
to
tell
say
you,
this.
that is so distracting. So you have to go bury your phones so you don't hear them. And then the people will call you and say, well, what happened? I called you, rang. I say, well, just leave a message. We'll get to you. I noticed a couple of messages from you on my phone. But you see, I'm not one of these people that carry it everywhere, even in taking a shower and everything. My friend Ted, he's even got it in the shower with him, man. I mean, yeah. Well, I figure just leave me a little message. That's all. The message thing's always on. So I'll tell you, there are there are just millions of distractions you know, but you can actually push him out. You can do that. It's not easy. I'm not never said it was easy, but you can do it because God told you to do it. And what He's told you to do is change your mind. That changes your world.
Absolutely.
See, you changing your mind is giving God through subconscious mind to build your world differently. So it's just the conversations you're having with yourself. And you're in control of that, so take control of it. I mean, you want help? That's all the help you need. It's nearer than hands and feet. Well, if God tells you, I suffer with you, but you behold me not. And what he's suffering is, he gave you control. And you're screwing it up, and so he's suffering. But just think of how loving a God who suffers with you whatsoever, suffers with you, and then forgives you at the end. But it all starts and then it all finishes. Only God in the beginning, only God in the end. And we shall be like him. You see, he's giving you a chance to just completely blow it. And you have probably many times. But you can change. And all it is just a change of mind, a change of what you're saying to yourself. I understand thoughts are things, actual things. And to say them often is creative. See, it's not instantly. Oh, God, if it was all instant. It gives you time to say, oh, well, what did I think? What did I say? See, it gives you time to do that. But you still have to do it because it's your word and you just send it out there. And it's no. You have to take it. Look, why wouldn't you be investing in yourself? Come on. If you put as much time in investing in yourself as you do watch television, you'd all be mental giants. No. I didn't mean that for sure. Honestly, if you half the time you spend watching television, if you spend investing in yourself, and all you're doing is, you said, you're just repeating exactly what we've been telling you, that thinking makes it so. And then just check on your own thinking, your own thoughts. But you understand, there's no secret thoughts. You understand? Because it all comes out in the wash. Okay? Everybody shall know everything that you shall know. You know, when I first started, I was kind of naive and I told things about myself and wow, well, I tell you, it was whoa. Like suddenly they're all police. So I quit doing that. But I already confessed it, so the hell.
Sir, like always, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, it always is. Because like I said, I get to hear it.
Me too.
You know, one thing that's kind of strange is that, see, now I couldn't remember now anything I said.
I'll send you the recording.
But that's the first time I get to hear it.
Absolutely.
Because when it's coming through me, I'm only catching bits and pieces of it.
I'll tell you this, it's good stuff, so they'll appreciate it.
I had a half a dozen of Neville's tapes, and I listened to them at least one every night for years before it actually touched base. I began thinking differently. The importance of having a CD, because what has your focus has your life. Think about it. We're not asking you to join anything, but you have to have the CDs. You have to have the DVDs. You have to listen to them. It's you training this. Listen, listen, listen.
But as Mr. Lindell stated, you have to listen to them repeatedly. And again, for those who are interested, click the link below and it will take you to the 4 CD set, and you'll be able to transform not only your mind, but your world.